welcome. Welcome back to breathe. Just you, the breath, and the breakthrough. I'm your host, Farron Winter, and I'm so glad that you're here. We often talk about the breakthrough, that moment of arrival. But today, I want to talk about the space that precedes it. I want to introduce you to the threshold. We treat transitions like empty gaps in our day, things to be rushed through so that we can go towards the next task at hand. But what if the transition is where your nervous system actually catches up with your life? Before we begin, a quick note of care. We will be doing some light somatic movement today. If you are currently driving or operating machinery, please skip the guided exercises until you are in a space where you can dedicate time. In a space where you're not driving, you are uninterrupted and you're able to focus. Take a moment, take a breath. Simply listen to the reflection and return to the practice when you are in a safe, quiet space. Today we're exploring the threshold flow. It is the art of moving beyond the push towards our next task and learning to honor the space between. Let's begin. Think about your day. How many times did you physically leave one space, but mentally stay in the last one? You close your laptop after a morning of work, but your mind is still reviewing the tasks you performed. Or you transition from the quiet of your workspace into the energy of your home, and you feel that snap, that friction in your nervous system. We live in a culture that prizes continuous output. But as we have discussed, your nervous system is not a machine. It is a biological rhythm. When we rush the threshold or the transition, we bring the residue of the last chapter into the next one, unintegrated. Reclaiming the sanctuary of the between is how we move from being reactive to being truly embodied. Let's discuss the threshold itself. Let's take a small task that you perform every day. The first thing you do when you wake up. The second thing you do when you wake up. There's a small gap in between one task and the next. This is the threshold. That small space between your morning coffee and getting dressed, or that small space between opening your eyes and moving towards the very first thing you intend to achieve. The threshold, in a very real way, should be treated like a pause. It has its own space. Today we will learn to honor that space, the small gap in between opening your eyes as you awake and your feet touching the floor as you rise. I'd like you to find a space where you can stand for a moment and have a chair or a floor, a cushion nearby for seating. Once you've found this space, start in a standing position, positioning your feet about hip width apart. Your best guess will do. No need to overthink exactly what hip width looks like. Just plant both feet in a position that makes your body feel balanced and stable. Let your arms hang heavy down to the sides. Let the fingers softly point towards the floor. If you feel safe, allow your eyes to drift shut, or simply soften your gaze towards the floor. Take a moment here to really connect with the soles of your feet, feeling the support of the ground beneath you. Feel the weight of gravity, the literal sensation of being supported by the earth, rather than holding yourself upright through tension. Seek out the feeling of that gentle pull of gravity from beneath you. Let it offer you support, stability, and strength. Take a brief moment to surrender to that feeling. Invite a deep inhale through your nose and a slow, audible exhale through the mouth. Let your shoulders softly drop. Feel your shoulder blades begin to melt down your spine, surrendering completely to gravity. Take a moment here to just observe how your body is feeling. Allow your awareness to flow freely through your limbs, asking yourself where you can let go and surrender just a little bit more. I'm going to leave you here for just a moment, a few seconds to integrate, a few seconds to pause. No need to change the rhythm of your breath. Let it occur naturally. Just take a moment and breathe. Now, very slowly, transition down to a seated position. Take your time. Feel the shift in your center of gravity as you settle in. Once you are seated, place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Feel the rise and fall of your breath beneath your palms. Instead of rushing to clear your mind, just notice the echo of what you just finished. If your mind is still reviewing a project or a conversation, acknowledge it. Like a browser tab you haven't closed yet. Give yourself permission to let the cursor drift away from that tab. You aren't losing the information. You are just choosing, for now, to stop holding it. On your next exhale, let your shoulders become heavy, dropping away from your ears. Really feel that gentle pull of gravity beneath your body. Now we move into the breath. We will use a 4, 4, 6 count to lengthen our exhales. The primary signal of safety for your nervous system. Allow yourself to inhale for a count of 4. Hold the breath for a count of 4. Feel the suspension. This is your threshold. Exhale slowly for a count of 6. Let's do this together. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue. As you repeat this cycle, feel the space between the inhale and the exhale. It isn't empty. It's pregnant with possibility. Notice where your body holds tension. Is your jaw tight? Then soften it. Let the breath widen the gap between what you have done and what comes next. Continue for a few more rounds of breath. Now allow yourself to return to a natural rhythm for your breath. Just let the body take over. No more counting, no more holding. With that new capacity for space, take a moment to prepare to move back into the present moment, to move back into the world. Gently and without rushing, take a moment to softly reawaken the limbs. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. When you feel ready, softly, slowly, begin to rise back up to a standing position. Feel the shift from the support of the chair, the floor, maybe the cushion, into the active support of your feet. Once you are standing, let your eyes open and take in your environment. The colors, the textures, the light. This is orienting. You are signaling to your nervous system that you are choosing your next movement, rather than being pulled into it. You are claiming your agency. I'd like you to take a moment here and allow your awareness to move freely once again through your body. Also let it flow softly through your mind. Notice any resistance you felt when moving through this practice. Any resistance to hold the breath. Any resistance to move as you transitioned from standing to seated, or seated back to standing. The resistance you feel to this pause, the urge to jump right back into doing, is just habit. It's the nervous system's way of saying it feels safer to be busy than to be still. But the threshold flow isn't a productivity hack. It is regulation. When you practice this, you aren't losing time. You are gaining the capacity to be fully present in your own life at each moment, even the ones in between. Use the threshold. Reclaim the space between. As you begin to move back into the rest of your day, remember, you are not a machine meant to run in a continuous loop. You are a living, breathing system with many parts and components needed to optimize yourself. Be gentle with the parts of you that still feel the need to rush. It takes time to unlearn the habit of speed, and you are doing the work. You are exactly where you need to be. If this practice helped you reclaim a little more of your own rhythm today, I invite you to share it with someone in your life who might need a reminder that it's okay to embrace the pause. The transitions are a part of everything we do. I'd like to thank you for being here and trusting me with your breath today. This is Breathe. Just you, the breath, and the breakthrough. I'm Farron Winter. Until next time, remember that the space between is yours to claim. And I'll meet you in the stillness.